Hi, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, everybody. And we wanted to do a really quick 5-minute video. Well, I don't know if it's going to be 5 minutes. I'm always trying to get them shorter and shorter and shorter. We're trying different things with my teams on co-creating and expressing the beautiful heavenly light and the angels that I walk with and the angel codes that I walk with, the Christ consciousness, to really inspire everybody every day. We're going to make our videos shorter and try different ways of my mediumship with the heavens and my mediumship with all that is the Christ consciousness. So we're going to do an oracle card, and I have a really, really beautiful short message that you might want to share with all of your beautiful families, and just sit around in your introspection, your reflection, think about this one statement, because I had a beautiful clearing this morning. And it's, you know, some of the issues that many children get just take on the imprints of their environment because of the dysfunction of their lineage and their families that we're all born within. We're all born within these levels of dysfunction, and it's up to each of us to do our own inner work and our own inner self-love to kind of bring this all in a harmonization of new vibrational perspectives for humanity. And most of our worldly experiences will be resolved through the inner self-love. And they were showing me this morning that it's really a crime against the soul not to love yourself. And then they were showing me that the crimes that are created in your reality are because there isn't that teaching of the benevolence and the profundity of who we are within ourselves, and to continually feeding ourselves the love and the acceptance that we need from the earliest of ages, so that there is no need to create aggression and destruction and fear and war that is created out of lack of self-love and lack of self-guidance and self-knowing. And so they're just beautiful lessons for this time of year, just to know and just empower and inspire and radiate those experiences. You're not meant to fix anyone else's journey. You're not meant to overgive and overlove to fix anybody else's reality experience. Every single person's journey is perfect for what they need. And we don't have, as empaths, have to take anything on for anybody, and we're not meant to. So really give yourself permission to allow yourself your own beautiful bubble of perfection, and release any cords or obligations or expectations that anybody has placed upon you, especially when you're growing up in dysfunctional homes. The children are meant to heal the parents, and the children take on so much of those internal imprints to do that for the home, and it's not their responsibility. The children are born perfect. The children are born in the perfection of who they are, and it's just about now re-empowering them to hold that Christ consciousness within themselves, to do that internal self-guidance from within, and not take on their parents' dysfunction. And so in that, the holidays really bring that forward. And this is why so many people are choosing to do holidays in different ways, because there's been so much dysfunction. But how can we really flip it upside down and really own it and say, we can really create profundity, and just knowing that each and every one of us are enough. Each and every person is a perfection in the plan. Each and every person is the child in the perfection of spirit. And each person has to go through what they have to go through, and no other person outside of them is responsible for their own happiness. The soul is responsible for the soul. So return all that beautiful power back to the soul, and just keep loving yourself. And it really is a crime against the soul not to love who you are, and really explore who you are and be in love of who you are. And after we did this little ceremony, my teams came in, my soul came rushing up, and they said, "We love you so much. We love you so much. We love you so much." And I was saying, who is this? Who's speaking with me? Because there's always so many councils and beings that are tuning in. And they were ringing, "We are your soul. You finally allowed yourself to love yourself, and we're loving you right back in equal measure." So your soul loves you in equal measure. And that's why it's so beautiful, the soul and the journey of the soul, and the many faces of the soul that are you. You're giving yourself permission for those releases, that you took on your imperfections, or you took on those energies of not being perfect or being a failure at things over and over and over again, because you never received the love that your parents were just not capable of, because they were dysfunctional and toxic. And so they're just cycles of absolute distortion of the self, the inner self, and the guidance of self, by giving your power away to outside sources that have no idea who you are as a perfection of the soul. So return your power to you. Reclaim your power. Reclaim who you are. Love yourself wholly and completely, because this is the season to forgive all things, forgive all debt, forgive all emotional and mental debt, forgive everything within yourself that is blaming or shaming or guilt, and just release the cords of this, because you know that you'll be released in all of that, and live freely in honor, and really put the really put the loving function back in dysfunction, and just allow your family to transmute and transform. Have no specific race in mind. Everybody is maturing, and everybody is transmuting, and all souls and all songs are perfect. So just be at peace, Stay in your center and just love the stories that you've come from, because they've allowed you your mastery. And transmute your parents' dysfunction as you're releasing your own, because those are imprints that they gave to you through the womb and through the birthing cycle. And you were born in that family to experience those energies, and you can transmute it. And so as you're releasing your wounds, you can say, I also release any residue that my mom is not able to release, or my dad is not able to release. And I release all residues in my family so that my family is not taking on any further energies of dysfunction. And I clear it now, I clear it now, I clear it now. And out to the heavens it gets transmuted. And it really just takes, when you're releasing those deep energies of, thinking that you're a failure and coming in for more self-acceptance and self-love, then you can also do that with transmutation for anybody in your family that you experience those wounds with. And then you just create exponential growth throughout the whole multiverse. And so here's our short channeled messages. We are celebrating you on all levels, for so many of you are now seeing the vibrational and the material benefits of letting go and forgiving. So anything that's held over your head, whether it's an old school wound, anything, vibrational, mental abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, energetic abuse, all of those things, just forgive it all, because it all holds energetic debt in your fields, and you don't really need to carry it. You want your field to be moving and flowing and glistening. So anything that comes up, just forgive it. And especially when you're around family situations and those things occur, because everybody's energies are starting to mix and mingle, just intend and radiate unconditional love, unconditional love, unconditional love. And as things come up and as things are said and as things are moving, just pour unconditional love and forgiveness into the vortex. And just allow everybody's path to be as it is, as you're standing fully in your light and your self-love and your self-honor, not taking on the energies of others, but you're just spreading unconditional love and forgiveness for all. And so we just know how much it really serves us, because we can't receive anything. We can't receive abundance. We can't receive love. We can't receive anything new if we are stuck in the heaviness and the weight of blame and shame and guilt and all of those energies that just continue to create toxic cycles. So bring joy and laughter into your every moment and just let go and be at peace. Every moment is beautiful. Every moment, every moment, every moment. You don't have to fix all moments. You don't have to be responsible for all moments. You can just allow yourself to know that you are enough. You are enough. You are enough. And so this is what they said to me, which is just so profound. So think on this one, and you can even write it down if you want. Bring joy and laughter and let go and be at peace. With all in enough love, there is enough peace. And so I said to them, enough love, what does that mean? And they said, all love is enough. And for those of us that are empaths, thinking that we've got to fix everything for everyone, and those are the environments that we were brought up in, because there was so much, dysfunction or narcissism, you always think that there's just never enough. You can be working your 24/7, it's just never enough for those that just can't get it from within. And it's just an infinite spiral of and nothing ever being enough. And we've all experienced that. And so this is what they were saying: be at peace with all in enough love. There is enough peace. All love is enough. All love is enough. All love is enough. And we were brought up in the generations, you've got to do more, you've got to be more, you've got to get more, you've got to work for love, you've got to work for your blessings, you've got to work for accreditation, you've got to work for who you are, you've got to work for another notch on your belt, you've got to work for another star in your badge. And we really don't, because love is enough. And enough love is enough. And that's profound and life altering. And I'm going to tell you why. All love is enough. You think that to fix and heal anyone or anything, you have to do more. You have to give more love. You have to feed more love into something. When you can just sit back and just know that love is enough. And enough love is enough. It has been the question on your planet that volume and repetition is more. But it has always been about the purity of your intention and the knowing of it. So you know that God, in its pure experience, every child born on this planet, before they even do anything, they are enough and they are perfect. And how do we get so warped along the way? They're the lessons we're here to learn about separation and the self-love within. So take yourself back to the beautiful moment of all birth. Enough love is enough. Spirit brought you here, you are enough. Spirit knows that within that enough, there is perfection. But the ego mind says, well, is it enough? Can I do more? Ego is always more, more, more. Do, get. But you're enough. That enough love, wow, that's so pure and perfect. So it's not about doing more. It's not about getting more. You are enough. Because enough love is enough. That's so proud. That's so profound. When you can just sit back and just know that love is enough. And enough love is enough. It's not a question of volume, but the purity of intention and knowing of it. So I know that my love is pure God. That's enough. I'm enough. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. I don't have to validate anything or anyone. I'm not their validation and they're not mine. My validation comes with my enough being. I'm enough. I don't have to make a list of receiving and why I'm worthy of receiving. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. Nobody is my entitlement and I'm not theirs. I am enough. And I want to stay in that presence. I am enough. God bless me here. I'm enough. I don't have to do anything more. I don't have to come up with extra gifts. I don't have to stay up extra late and send extra light. I'm enough. Just me being here is enough. I'm enough. And it just makes you start to cry because God's saying, now you get it. Now you get it. You don't have to do any more. You don't have to pray and wish for any more. Your wishes and everything that you've ever blessed in all creation. There's a spiral of now that you've been wishing for eons. It's enough. Can you know that you're enough in that measure of enough? And can you just receive? And every person that looks at you and your family, you just say, you're enough. You're perfect. You're enough. You don't have to do any more. You don't think you're not saying the right things or doing the right things. You're enough. So how profound is the enough factor? Be at peace because you're enough. Your house is perfect. Your decorations are perfect. The meal is perfect. Your clothes are perfect. You are perfect. You are enough. You don't have to do any more. You don't have to get any more. You don't have to buy any more. You're perfect. You are enough. God is within enough. God is. You're enough. God is. Sit back and know that you are enough. And enough is enough. I'm perfect. And then you get off the hamster wheel and you're just like, wow, that was easy. I am enough. I don't have to go on another cycle of that karma cycle. No, I'm enough. I don't have to play into that game of who's right, who's wrong, who's doing the right thing, who's doing the wrong thing, who bought more gifts, who said Merry Christmas and not Happy Holidays. I'm enough. And we just give each other a break. Give each other a break and have a coffee. Enough is enough. Forgive it all. You're enough. You're in love. You're perfect. You're love. Your love is enough. Just you being in your body, that's the love. Remember what we talked about? Your body and your spirit and your soul is love. You're a spiritual essence. The cells within you are God. That is enough. Can we understand that part of the DNA that some have said to be junk, the instruction set of who we are as multidimensional, dynamic, infinite beings? Can we just honor that that's enough? We don't have to know all the ins and outs and the answers, just know how magical and mystical we are and just be okay with that. Is that enough? That is when you know you found spirit. That is when you're living in fulfillment. Because ego is not sending you out doing something or sending you on another mental pattern where you've got to figure stuff out. Drop to the heart and just say, I'm enough and so are you. Everything is forgiven. You're enough. When enough love is just enough. That's a profound shift of perspective. That's the old world, 3D world, and we're now 5D. And it's always perfect. It's always joyful. It's always beautiful and sacred. And the card that we pulled out today was the angel card today is my energies are renewed and swiftly magnetized to all that is good. All good things of happiness, all good things of pleasure, all good things of delight from my heart. How celebratory is that? That's so beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? And so everything is enough. Every little color, every little thread that spirals into one another, this is our oneness. And this is why everybody's stories are constantly changing with the harmonics. And if there's any resistance because of lack of, or not doing enough, or not feeling enough, then those colors get warped and the energy can't get through. So just allow acceptance. I'm enough. I accept myself. I'm enough. I accept you. You're enough. And it just allows the God energy to flow and change and transform all things because you know why? Because when you know God's love is love, and Source's love is love, and Spirit's love is love, that love is so enough, and watch miracles. You don't have to stand and sit and pray for 40 hours. God's love is enough. You know that in your heart? When you say your name, do you know that God's love is enough? When God placed you here, that name was enough. That body was enough. Do your children know that their bodies are enough? And how many of us have experiences with children that go through so much disharmony within themselves because of the external pressures and lack and dysfunction that is in the environments? And then they have to go in and try and figure themselves out. So let's start telling ourselves and everyone in the environment that we are enough, we are perfect, and we're figuring things out, and the energy is just going to flow. It's enough. I don't have to give you more. Just my love is enough. And you start radiating that to children, and children say, wow, I am enough. I don't have to do more. I don't have to be different to be liked and accepted. Because at the core of all that we are, each and every one of us just want to belong and be accepted. The reason why people seek to be different, the reason why people seek out crime and things that allow them to feel things, is because they're looking for some form of acceptance. And there's so much self-loathing and self-disruption inside that they act out of character of the perfection of who they are. So heal the wounds. Enough is enough. You're enough. Love is enough. Everyone is enough. The cycles of love are enough. It's so beautiful. And we can rest in that today, dear lighted ones. And we're going to do a beautiful light language to end this off. Thank you, creators. And I'm calling upon the highest beings of holy light for our planet to assist me in creating beautiful light language for this enough love. For Spirit's love is enough. Your name is enough. Your love is enough. All that is love is enough. Thank you, Holy Spirit, and all the beings on planet Earth. Thank you, Spirit. And we're praying and allowing the light of who we are to bring forward our highest and our best, because we are enough. Thank you for that clearing. Thank you all. The bodies and the spirit and the matter are all one, and we are enough. As we open into breath, perfection is enough. Our names and us being here is enough. It is about the purity of intent and the knowing of who we are as spirit. That is enough. And the world and all else will work itself out. We're not responsible for anybody else's happiness. We're not responsible to work anything out for them. It is their own state of circling in their power of their own stories and choice. They are enough within their story, and they can sort it out. And we send them love and empowerment. And we stand within our own story at awe of ourselves. We are enough. Wow, look what we did today. We just figured out the enough plan. You're enough. Every moment is enough. Just sit back and let God take place. Thank you, creators. I am an akata de ki shishi ala la kwana ne ki de ki na makata de ki de ki de ki I de ki ah. Hey shishi am makata de ki de ki na makai de ki shishi ana nakata de ki de ki mai de ki de mara de ki ah. He shishi I ana nakata de ki de ki na mai dana ne ah ki shishi ana ka. And I'm going to be going into some high-pitched sounds. If you want to turn your volume down. Lord Metatron is with us here for these codes of New Earth and these templates of these very holy days of sacredness and just being enough in the creator of oneness. Thank you, Holy Creator of all realms, all dimensions, all experiences of all life systems within life systems. We are the one of the Holy Creator. Thank you, Spirit. As we bless all souls and all planets and all realms and all experiences, all life is life and all life is life. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. All life is life. Thank you. And we are enough. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. When you manifest from a place of enough, you'll always receive enough. If you manifest in a place of not having enough or not getting enough or not seeing enough, then that's what you'll manifest, more of that. So manifest from the place of everything is perfection and enough. I am enough. That's awesome. Let's do this. I e t c anana I c c I Shishi Ainanaka. Hayat Dikizi Atadikia. Shishi Atadika. Dishi Anana Edakida Asiana Arakida Kishi Ainaka a. They were just showing me that allow your gardens to be enough. Allow your beautiful homes to be enough. When you walk in your home, you say, wow, this is enough. I'm so grateful for what I have right now. Right now is enough. My body's enough. My health is enough. I'm really, really grateful for all that is right now. And then that opens the door for spirit to bless you with so much more. Right now, our world is enough. Right now, our perfection is enough. Right now is enough. Our love is enough. Who we are is enough. So don't put expectations on anything outside of you to change or be different. Everything is enough. It's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And we wish you beautiful, happy holidays. Anybody that would like or subscribe and share our beautiful angelic messages, we love you and we thank you so. And we're honoring you in this beautiful holiday seasons. And know that you are enough. Know that you are beautifully blessed and loved. And also radiate this to the children. Let them know that your thought forms and your body radiates love and light of being enough, of being fully accepted in who you are. Fully accepted and love thyself always. Thank you, dear lighted ones. Happy holidays and happy of the rainbow tickles of earth. Thank you, Spirit.